It is Wednesday afternoon. I'm headed to the airport here soon. I'll be going to Frankfurt and then I'll drive up to the Nurburgring. I've got my permit class on Friday of this week. So I land Thursday, check in, do some stuff. And then Friday we take the course. Then I'll race in VLN on Saturday. So looking forward to that. I got all my stuff packed up and I'm ready to go. Made it to Frankfurt, the airport, grabbed this rental car, and now head up to the Nurburgring. And we're here. I've got a little class activity, I believe, this afternoon, and checking in, getting ready for the day tomorrow. Gonna go try and find where that's at now. There's all kinds of shops in here. Just places, I guess, for people to host events and stuff. So there's Nissan, and then this driving academy place is where the class is at, where we meet. All right, it is currently 7 a.m. on Friday morning. I am heading out. We got some on-track stuff, part of the instruction course that you need to take to get your Permit B, and you need the Permit B to race in your first VLN race. So we're heading out, gonna do that at, I think we go out at 8 o'clock, but I gotta be there by 7:30. So, all good. I got my certificate. Now we have this afternoon practice session where, so Chandler Hull, who is another Texan actually, is gonna go out in the car. I'm sharing the car with him this weekend, and another sword driver, Heiko. So we get some laps in the track this afternoon. I think we get about 3 each, and then we'll be ready to go for qualifying in the morning. So very exciting and happy to be here. These are taxi rides where they stick some people in the passenger seat. Some practice time for other people that don't want to do that. Lots of cars out. I got my Permit B today. So to do that, we start with a few just lead follow laps. Those take a little bit of time, but you get to do the first few lead follow laps with no other cars on the track besides the cars that are doing the class. So it's a little lower pressure environment. After that, they send you out with an instructor, and then you're also out with all the other cars that are doing VLN. That's a little more intense. You've got to make sure you're managing the traffic properly. So while you're trying to drive this crazy 13-mile track, you've got GT3 cars, GT4 cars that are all coming past you. When you start off in the VLN or any other series at the Nürburgring, you have to drive a slow car first. So you have to drive like an M240 or a Cayman S. And I guess that does a couple things, gives you an appreciation for like what the slower cars have to deal with when you're driving a faster car. And so today, once you go through that first part of the lead follows, you have to go out and do 8 laps on your own. And after that, then you're able to do a VLN race to get your Permit B. To get your Permit A, you need 2 races in the VLN, or 18 laps in a 24-hour race. It's really crazy. And so 8 laps doesn't seem like a lot, or 18 laps doesn't seem like a lot until you remember that it's like 8 to 10 minute lap times depending on what car you're driving. It's a crazy circuit. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm very happy I did this. And it is 6:50 in the morning. I'm leaving the little apartment I'm staying at for the track. The qualify this morning at 8:20. You have 2 hours of qualifying, so all 3 drivers will get a chance to drive, and then we have a 4-hour race this afternoon, starting at noon. Race day. Here after qualifying. I qualified the car. We had a wet track in the morning, so we waited a bit, a 2-hour qualifying session, so I was the only one that ended up getting laps. But put at P7, Heiko will start the car, and then he'll pass it off to Chandler, and then I'll hop in at the end.
Good luck for the race. Also, Raphael Mancello hat nochmal betont, mir war das natürlich Türchen zu, mir war das natürlich wichtig.
Finished the race. I think provisionally we're 7th, so not a bad place. We qualified 7th as well. Pretty happy with that. It's my first time here. A lot of code 60s, which is like a stopped car on track, so you have to go 60 kilometers an hour. During my session, my last lap was my only lap without a code 60, and I started running out of fuel. So a little bit of some struggles, but very, very happy overall. Got 8 laps towards my permit. All good. It is currently Sunday morning, 10 o'clock in the morning. Went out for a run earlier, and now I just kind of get to hang out. So I've got a little surprise later this week that's keeping me around the rest of this week in Germany. But for now, I get to explore, so I'm just gonna drive around a little bit, see what I want to do, and then find a hotel later tonight. So currently we are driving through Adenau. It is a little town near the Nurburgring. It's actually kind of inside of it. Basically, the Nurburgring, you know, it's so long, it circles a lot of area. So this is down behind the GP side of the track where the pit lane is for the races. But if you're familiar with the Nurburgring naming of the turns, there's a turn called Adenau, and it is actually, we're going to drive under the track here shortly. So this is the lowest point on the Nurburgring, and it's a cool little town. I stayed here for this time, found a nice little kind of apartment, and enjoyed it, and it was the nicest and most cost-effective thing I could find on short notice. And here now we are driving underneath the track. There's the track right above us. I found this Hampton Inn in Dortmund in Germany, so it's kind of northeast a little bit of the Nurburgring. It's like a 2.5-hour drive. It wasn't too bad, and it's on this really cool little lake area that I'm going to go head to now and do a little bit of work. It's very awesome, called Phoenix Sea. I ran around it this morning and had a great time. Here we are at the Phoenix Sea, just a nice pretty little lake I found in northwestern Germany. It's awesome, like 2 miles around the lake. and I just was looking on the Hilton app because you kind of know what you're getting when you book from an American hotel, and I actually did not expect I was going to get something like this. So the hotel is about a 5-minute walk from here, and this is just, it's gorgeous. Very cool to see some of the smaller parts of Germany.